Maggie, thanks. The opioid crisis affects people here in Connecticut and all over the country. Fox 61 is teaming up with community groups to create a new PSA on the issue. Joining us is Miriam Delphin Rittmon, the Commissioner of the Department of Mental Health and Addiction Services. Miriam, thanks for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
First off, I know he just mentioned it. I mean, it's a huge problem across the country, especially in New England and Connecticut. Yeah. If you could just sort of update us on the prevalence in the last couple of years.
Yeah, I mean, we're certainly continuing to see the numbers rise. However, for next year, we're anticipating right around the same number of overdoses that we had last year, so right around 1,000. And so certainly we know that it's still a problem. And this is still something that we're working on within the state, but also across the country as well.
And that is definitely a significant increase over previous years.
Over previous years, yeah, the previous year it was around maybe 900 or so individuals. The year before that it was maybe 700 or so individuals. So we have seen steady increases. Yeah.
And the thing that people need to remember, you know, a lot of people think about drug addiction is not something that affects their community or their family, but opioid addiction is something that doesn't discriminate between races, socioeconomic backgrounds, male, female, you know, higher income communities versus lower income communities. It's across the board.
That's right. And so when we look at Connecticut, almost just about every town has been impacted. And as you mentioned, it's across all racial groups, across all ethnic groups, every community of the state. And so we are seeing a fairly broad impact. A significantly broad impact, in fact.
Now we've teamed up together. We are launching a contest for a PSA and really trying to get the community to get involved in this, right?
Yes, yeah. We're really excited about the PSA. It's an opportunity for young people aged 13 to 22 to develop brief PSAs, about 30 seconds or so, addressing the opioid crisis. They can address stigma issues or share their own stories or any other area that they think will help to raise awareness. The PSAs are due December 31st, and then we'll be broadcasting them right here. I know on Fox will be, and then we'll put them on our social media page as well.
Yeah, so the winner will get their PSA aired on our broadcast at all hours of the day. And I think the really important thing here is that to get young people to start talking about this as early as we can, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, certainly that's one thing parents can do. It's never too early to start talking with young folks about the dangers of substance use or heroin or opiates. Parents should certainly talk often and early to their kids, and I think that can make an impact. I think there's other things parents can do as well. It's helpful to know sort of who their children's friends are. Also to get rid of any unused medications.
Right.
That can be helpful as well to help reduce access.
Yeah, unfortunately a lot of times that's where it starts. Leftover medication prescriptions are left in the medicine cabinet. And maybe parents totally forget that they're even there, and then, you know, it gets discovered by somebody else.
Yeah. And getting rid of those unused medications, there are all kinds of ways that parents and families can do that. There are drop boxes now available in police departments all across the state. We also, along with the Department of Consumer Protection, host drug take-back days where people can drop off any unused medications. Last year alone, 37,000 pounds of unused medications were collected.
Well,
that's a lot. That's a lot, yeah. So it certainly is reducing the access of unused medications.
And the state has a lot of resources out there for families who are struggling with this type of addiction.
Yeah, that's right. So people can call our 1-800 number. If they're struggling or they know somebody's struggling, they can call our 1-800 number. That's 1-800-563-4086. Again, 1-800-563-4086. And they'll get linked up to assessment centers. If they need a ride to detox, we'll also provide them a ride to detox. So that's one way to get linked up to any level of care that might be appropriate based on a person's needs.
Yeah, people need to know that there is help out there. Miriam, thanks so much for being with us. We're going to have all the information on the PSA contest on our website, so just head to fox61.com. Thanks again for being with us.
Oh, you're welcome.